This audio program has been produced as a supplement to Side by Side Extra and Side by Side Plus, Activity Workbook 2 by Stephen J. Malinsky and Bill Bliss. Copyright 2016 by Pearson Education Incorporated. All rights reserved. The use of this audio program for the purposes of copying, transforming, or adapting in any manner, in whole or in part, is strictly prohibited without prior consent of Pearson Education.
Page 69. Exercise C. Listening. Listen and circle the correct word to complete the sentence. 1.
He's a good worker, but he's...
2.
She's an excellent violinist. She plays the violin.
3.
I don't think he's an honest card player. To tell the truth, everybody says he's...
4.
I can't read their homework because they write very...
5.
Maria never makes mistakes. She's very...
6.
Their son Marvin is very polite. He never speaks.
7.
When you leave the party, please drive home.
8.
Their car is very old. I don't think it's...
9.
People can't hear you very well when you speak.
10.
We never buy expensive clothes. We live very...
11. You rode your motorcycle carelessly yesterday. That's strange. You usually ride it very...
12.
Everybody in the store likes Jane. She works hard, and when she talks to customers, she's very...
70. Exercise D. Grammar rap. How am I doing? Listen, then clap and practice.
How am I doing? Am I driving all right? You're driving very carefully. You're driving very well. How am I doing? Am I singing all right? You're singing very beautifully. You're singing very well. How am I doing? Am I dancing all right? You're dancing very gracefully. You're dancing very well. How am I doing? Am I working all right? You're working very hard. You're working very well.
Page 73. Exercise H. Grammar song. Try a little harder. Listen and circle the words to the song. Then listen again and sing along.
Let's say you're a driver, a careful driver who drives very carefully, as careful drivers do. Just try a little harder, you can find a way. Try to drive more carefully today.
Let's say you're a singer, a beautiful singer who sings very beautifully, as beautiful singers do. Just try a little harder, you can find a way. Try to sing more beautifully today. Let's say you're a dancer, a graceful dancer who dances very gracefully, as graceful dancers do. Try a little harder, you can find a way. Try to dance more gracefully today.
Take it, Miyako! Maria!
Just try a little harder, that's what we always say. Sing a little stronger, work a little longer, do a little better every day. Do a little better every day, yeah.
Page 76. Exercise N. Grammar rap. If you leave at 6, listen, then clap and practice.
If you leave at 6, you'll be there at 8. If you don't leave now, you'll be very late. If you start work now, you'll be through at 7. If you wait till noon, you'll be busy till 11. If you catch the train, you'll be home by 10. If you get there late, you'll miss dinner again.
Page 80. Exercise F. Listen and fill in the correct places. 1.
Mrs. Mendoza was at the hotel at the corner of First Avenue and Grove Street. She walked up Grove Street to Second Avenue and turned left. She walked along Second Avenue to a building on the left, between the pet shop and the cafeteria. Where did she go?
Two.
Edward was at the football stadium on First Avenue. He walked along First Avenue to Elm Street and turned left. He walked up Elm Street to Second Avenue and turned right. He walked along Second Avenue to a building on the right, at the corner of Grove Street and Second Avenue, across from the bank. Where did he go?
Three.
Mr. and Mrs. Wong were at the post office on 2nd Avenue. They walked along 2nd Avenue to Grove Street and turned left. They walked down Grove Street to 1st Avenue and turned right. They went to a building on the left, across from the museum and the parking garage. Where did they go?
Four. Thomas was at the hospital on 2nd Avenue. He walked along 2nd Avenue to Elm Street and turned right. He walked down Elm Street to 1st Avenue and turned left. He walked along 1st Avenue to a building on the left, at the corner of Grove Street and 1st Avenue, across from the supermarket. Where did he go? Five.
Maria was at the shoe store on 1st Avenue. She walked along 1st Avenue to Grove Street and turned left. She walked up Grove Street to 2nd Avenue and turned left again. She walked along 2nd Avenue to a building on the right, between the toy store and the barber shop, across from the ice cream shop. Where did she go?
Page 82. Exercise C. Grammar rap. Standing around. Listen, then clap and practice.
We were singing and dancing and standing around, laughing and talking and standing around. Susan was singing, Danny was dancing, Stella and Stanley were standing around. Lucy was laughing, Tommy was talking, Stuart and Stephen were standing around. We were singing and dancing and standing around, laughing and talking and standing around.
Page 83. Exercise E. Listening. Listen and choose the correct answer. 1.
What was he doing yesterday when the lights went out?
He was shaving.
2.
What was she doing yesterday when you saw her?
She was skating. 3.
What were they doing when it started to rain?
They were swimming at the beach.
4.
What was he doing yesterday when you called?
He was studying math.
5.
What were you doing when your friends arrived?
We were eating.
6.
What was she doing when you saw her?
She was talking with her mother.
7.
What was he doing when you called?
He was taking a shower.
8. What were you doing when the guests arrived?
I was sweeping the living room.
Page 84. Exercise G. Listening. Listen and put the number under the correct picture. 1.
I saw you yesterday at about 3 o'clock. You were walking into the bank.
2.
I saw you yesterday at about 1:30. You were jogging through the park.
3.
I saw you yesterday at about 2 o'clock. You were getting off the D train.
4.
I saw you yesterday at about 5 o'clock. You were getting on the B train.
5.
I saw you yesterday at about 4:45. You were getting out of a taxi on 5th Street.
6.
I saw you yesterday at about noon. You were getting into a taxi on 6th Street.
7.
I saw you yesterday at about 11:45. You were getting on a bus.
8.
I saw you yesterday at about 9 o'clock. You were getting off a bus.
85. Exercise H. Grammar Rap. I called you all day. Listen, then clap and practice.
I called you all day today, but you never answered your phone. That's strange. I was here from morning till night. I was home all day, all alone. What were you doing when I called at 9? I was probably hanging my clothes on the line. What were you doing when I called at 1? I was probably sitting outside in the sun. What were you doing when I called at 4? I was painting the hallway and fixing the door. What were you doing when I called at 6? I was washing the dog to get rid of his ticks. Well, I'm sorry I missed you when I tried to phone. It's too bad. I was here. I was home all alone.
Page 88. Exercise M. Listening. Listen and choose the correct answer. 1.
Why does Sally look so upset?
She lost her new boot.
2.
What happened to Howard?
He burned himself while he was cooking.
3.
When did you see them?
While they were walking out of the park.
4.
You look upset. What happened?
Someone stole our new fan.
Five.
I had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
I dropped my new CD player.
Six.
What happened to Charlie?
A dog bit him while he was walking.
Seven.
What were you doing when the accident happened?
We were driving over a bridge.
Eight.
What happened to Helen?
She tripped and fell on the kitchen floor.
Nine.
When did they drop their packages?
While they were walking up the stairs.
10.
What was Jane doing when she hurt herself?
She was cooking on the barbecue.
11.
You look upset. What's the matter?
I cut myself while I was chopping.
12.
What happened to Fred?
He fainted at the bus stop.
89. Exercise N. Grammar rap. By themselves. Listen, then clap and practice.
Does she need a ladder? No, she doesn't. She can reach the top shelf by herself. She can reach the top shelf by herself. Look at that! She can reach the top shelf by herself. Does he need a cart? No, he doesn't. He can carry all the luggage by himself. He can carry all the luggage by himself. Look at that! He can carry all the luggage by himself. Do you need a calculator? No, I don't. I can add all these numbers by myself. You can add all those numbers by yourself. Look at that! You can add all those numbers by yourself.
Page 92. Exercise B. Grammar rap. They couldn't. Listen, then clap and practice.
She tried on the skirt, but she couldn't zip it up. Was it too small? Much too small. She tried on the shoes, but she couldn't keep them on. Were they too big? Much too big. He tried to talk, but he couldn't say a word. Was he too nervous? Much too nervous. She sat at the table, but she couldn't eat a thing. Was she too excited? Much too excited. He went to the lecture, but he couldn't stay awake. Was he too tired? Much too tired. She took the course, but she couldn't pass the test. Was it too hard? Much too hard.
Page 98. Exercise K. Listening. Listen to each story, and then choose the correct answers to the questions you hear. William's new apartment.
William is having problems with his new apartment. Yesterday he was very frustrated. It was a hot day, and he wasn't able to open his living room windows. And today he's upset because all the lights in his apartment went out. William is very disappointed. Now he won't be able to cook dinner or watch his favorite programs on TV.
1. Why was William frustrated yesterday? 2. Why is he upset today? 3. Why is he disappointed? 'Mr. and Mrs. Clark's new computer.
Mr. and Mrs. Clark are having problems with their new computer. Yesterday they were frustrated because they couldn't assemble the computer easily. And today they're upset because the computer crashed. Mr. and Mrs. Clark are very disappointed. Now they won't be able to send any email to their grandchildren.
4. Why were Mr. and Mrs. Clark frustrated yesterday? 5. Why are they upset today? 6. Why are they disappointed? 99. Exercise L. Grammar Rap. Were you able to? Listen, then clap and practice.
Were you able to leave early last night? No, I had to work until 7. Were you able to get to the office on time? No, I couldn't get there till 11. Were you able to take the 6 o'clock bus? No, I had to wait until 8. Were you able to get to the meeting on time? No, I had to walk in late.
Page 99. Exercise M. Grammar Rap. They won't be able to. Listen, then clap and practice.
Will you be able to join us for dinner? No, I won't. I've got to work late. Will he be able to meet us tomorrow? No, he won't. He's got to see Kate. Will she be able to come to the meeting? No, she won't. She's got to call Jack. Will they be able to go on the sightseeing trip? No, they won't. They've got to unpack.
Page 100. Exercise N. Grammar Song. I'm afraid I won't be able to. Listen and fill in the words to the song. Then listen again and sing along.
My friend Jim called the other day. He said, "Would you like to see a play today?" I didn't really want to go, so this is how I told him no. I'm afraid I won't be able to. I have a lot of things to do. I've got to wash my clothes and clean my house today. But thank you for the invitation. I want to express my appreciation. I'm sure that we'll be able to see a play another day. My friend Bob called the other day. He said, "Would you like to roller skate today?" I didn't really want to go, so this is how I told him no. I'm afraid I won't be able to. I have a lot of things to do. I've got to paint my house and bathe my cat today. But thank you for the invitation. I want to express my appreciation. I'm sure that we'll be able to roller skate another day. I'm sure that we'll be able to. I'm sure that we'll be able to.
Page 102. Exercise E. Listen to the story and then choose the correct answers to the questions you hear. Poor Janet.
Last year, Janet's teachers said she couldn't dance in the school play because she was too clumsy. Janet was very upset. This year, Janet practiced every day, and now she dances much better. Unfortunately, last week she fell down while she was dancing and she hurt herself. Janet is very disappointed. She won't be able to dance in the play this year.
1. Why was Janet upset last year? 2. What did Janet do this year? 3. What happened while Janet was dancing last week? 4. Why is Janet disappointed? 105. Exercise D. Grammar Rap. Diet Dilemma. Listen, then clap and practice.
Candy, cookies, ice cream, cake. Candy, cookies, ice cream, cake. Eat less candy, fewer cookies. Eat less ice cream, eat less cake. Candy, cookies, ice cream, cake. Candy, cookies, ice cream, cake. Carrots, beans, beans, grapefruit, greens, carrots, beans, grapefruit, greens. Eat more carrots, eat more beans, eat more grapefruit, eat more greens, carrots, beans, grapefruit, greens, carrots, beans, grapefruit, greens.
Page 109. Exercise J. Listening. Listen and choose the correct answer. 1.
Mr. Lopez, I'm really worried about your eyes.
2.
Mrs. Parker, I'm concerned about your heart.
3.
I saw my doctor today, and she's concerned about my stomach.
4.
Ms. Smith, I'm worried about your blood pressure.
5.
Ricky, I'm concerned about your hearing.
6.
I saw my doctor today, and he's concerned about my knees.
109. Exercise K. Grammar rap. You mustn't eat cookies. Listen, then clap and practice.
You mustn't eat cookies. You mustn't eat cake. You mustn't eat butter. You mustn't eat steak. You must eat fruit. You must eat potatoes. You must eat fish. You must eat tomatoes.
Page 109. Exercise L. Grammar rap. You must listen, then clap and practice.
You must clean your room, but I cleaned it on Sunday. You must do the laundry, but I did it last Monday. You must fix the fence, but I fixed it in June. You must do your homework. I'll finish it soon.
Page 113. Exercise C. Grammar rap. What do you think? Listen, then clap and practice.
What do you think you'll be doing next spring? I'll probably be doing the same old thing. What do you think he'll be doing this fall? I'm sure he'll be working downtown at the mall. When do you think they'll be leaving for Spain? I think they'll be taking the 4 o'clock plane. When do you think you'll be hearing from Anne? I'm sure she'll be calling as soon as she can. When do you think we'll be hearing from Jack? I'm sure he'll be phoning as soon as he's back. What do you think she'll be doing at 2? I think she'll be taking the kids to the zoo. Where do you think they'll be living next year? As far as we know, they'll be living right here.
Page 115. Exercise E. Listening. Listen and choose the correct answer. 1.
What will Betty be doing this afternoon?
She'll be ironing dresses.
2.
What will Sally and Tom be doing this morning?
They'll be working downtown.
3.
What will your husband be doing today?
He'll be knitting on the front porch.
4.
Will you be busy tonight?
Yes, I will. I'll be watching sports.
5.
Will you and Frank be busy in a half hour?
Yes, we will. We'll be feeding the baby.
6.
What will Charles be doing later tonight?
He'll be taking a bath.
7.
Will you and your husband be home this morning?
Yes, we will. We'll be home all morning. We'll be baking cakes.
8.
Will your daughter be busy this afternoon?
Yes, she will. She'll be doing her homework.
9.
What will Teddy and Timmy be doing this Sunday morning?
I'm sure they'll be sleeping all morning.
10.
Will your daughter be home this afternoon?
No, she won't. She'll be skateboarding in the park.
11.
Will you and your wife be busy this afternoon?
Yes, we will. I think we'll be walking the dog.
12.
I'm sad that you're leaving.
I know, but don't worry. I'll be thinking about you all the time.
Page 119. Exercise J. Grammar rap. How much longer? Listen, then clap and practice.
How much longer will you be talking on the phone? I'll be talking for a few more minutes. For a few more minutes? That's what I said. I'll be talking for a few more minutes. How much longer will he be working at the mall? He'll be working for a few more hours. For a few more hours? That's what he said. He'll be working for a few more hours. How How much longer will she be staying in Rome? She'll be staying for a few more days. For a few more days? That's what she said. She'll be staying for a few more days.
Page 122. Exercise E. Listening. Listen to each conversation, and then choose the correct answers to the questions you hear. Conversation 1.
I just found this brown wallet on my desk. Is it yours?
No, it isn't mine, but it might be John's. He lost his last Tuesday.
Thanks. I'll call him right away.
I hope it's his. He was very upset when he lost it.
1. Where was the wallet? 2. Is the wallet John's? 3. When did John lose it? 2.
Hello, John. This is Jane. I just found a brown wallet on my desk at work. Is it yours?
No. Unfortunately, it isn't mine. Mine is black. But it might be Mary's. She lost hers, too.
Okay. I'll call her right away.
I hope it's hers. She was very upset when she lost it.
4. What color is John's wallet? 5. What did Mary lose at work? 6. Is the wallet Mary's? 126. Exercise H. Listening. Listen and choose the correct response. 1.
How was the prom last Saturday?
2.
How was your new tuxedo?
3.
Was there any good music?
4.
How late did you stay?
5.
Why did you leave so early?
6.
Do you think next year's prom will be better?
Page 128. Exercise J. Grammar rap. I clean it myself. Listen, then clap and practice.
Who cleans your house? I clean it myself. Does your wife help you? She helps me if I ask her. Who does your laundry? I do it myself. Does your husband help you? He helps me if I ask him. Who washes the dishes? He washes them himself. Does his daughter help him? She helps him if he asks her. Who makes breakfast? She makes it herself. Does her father help her? He helps her if she asks him. Who does your shopping? We do it ourselves. Do your children help you? They help us if we ask them. Who does their homework? They do it themselves. Does their mother help them? She helps them if they ask her.
Page 129. Exercise L. Listening. Listen and choose the person you should call. 1.
I'm having trouble with my new car.
You should call
2.
There's water on my bathroom floor.
You should call
3.
My keys won't open the door lock.
You should call
4.
My upstairs neighbor lifts weights at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You should call
5.
The lights in my kitchen won't go on.
You should call
6.
Someone stole my bicycle.
You should call
7.
I can't turn off my kitchen faucet.
You should call
8.
My computer crashes every day.
You should call
'Page 131. Exercise N. Grammar Rap. Does anybody? Listen, then clap and practice.
Does anybody here speak Spanish? Does anybody here speak French? Does anybody here have a hammer? Does anyone here have a wrench? Somebody here speaks Spanish. Somebody here speaks French. Somebody here has a hammer. Someone here has a wrench. Does anybody here have change for $1? Does anyone here have a dime? Does anybody here have a map of the city? Does anyone here have the time? Nobody here has change for $1. Nobody here has a dime. Nobody here has a map of the city. Nobody here has the time.
Page 133. Exercise D. Listen and choose the correct answers to complete the sentences. 1.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Johnson. Today, I'll be giving you
2.
First, you'll stand on a scale and the nurse will measure
3.
Next, the nurse will take your
4.
Then, you'll go to the lab for some blood tests and
5.
Next, we'll go into the examination room and I'll look at your
This is the end of the audio program. Thank you for listening.